He was champion. They fought, champions back to back. I fought when I won my world title. I think I was 20. I was 22, and I fought like 3 undefeated guys right back to back. So.
Can't get a deal done with Tank. I've heard the venue's a problem. I don't see how's the venue a problem all of a sudden. It's just very strange. I don't know.
I was going to ask you about that. Has there ever been a situation?
Right. This is my opinion, and this is what happens. Right. Okay. So, Gervonta Davis makes a lot of money. Right. He's been making a lot of money because he's been doing big fights and big pay-per-views. But probably what happens is he's on some kind of minimum, but on a lot of upside.
If we fight again, I'll knock him out.
You said no, but now are you interested in actually running it back with him? We're talking about this.
I mean, some people feel like they think he won, so if the fans want it, then okay, we see if the fans want it, but I mean, whoever best out there with the best opportunity, I ain't turning down nothing. It's never been a time where somebody, my promoters, Leonard or Floyd came to me and said, we want you to fight such and such, and I was like, no, that's not a good idea. Or I'll. I fight whoever they put in front of me. So it is what it is. I feel as though that the time will tell. Time will tell for sure.
Not wanting to
Bueno, la pregunta para Isaac es ¿qué opinan de cuando Gervonta Davis dijo no, ni loco, cuando le preguntaron sobre la revancha? ¿Qué te generó eso?
Algo inexplicable. ¿Por qué? De un peleador que no lo conocían, lo conocieron de la mejor manera y contra un gran oponente de los mejores 135 se negó a darnos la revancha.
That I can't explain it. It's crazy. How did it go from someone that he didn't know at 135 to someone that he wants to avoid at all costs for a rematch? It's absolutely astounding.
Social media made a response to that.
One more time, please.
Tank Davis.
Tank Davis called
out Loma on social media.
Oh, he called Loma on social media? Well,
That's easy to do, right? Social media, I can call out Mike Tyson.
the question would be asking a pregnant woman who just gave a birth, would you like to have another child?
Yeah, right.
Remember when Lomachenko called Tank Davis a Twitter king?
I think Gervonta Davis is best of the best fighter in Twitter.
Now, it seems like Davis has grown and wants to fight Loma.
Your prediction for you and Loma?
Predictions? You know what I say, man? Ass whooping time, man. Ass whooping. About the ass.
Will this fight happen? And who will come out as...
Here's the first look at pound for pound King Gervonta Tank Davis, the best fighter in the world, at a photo shoot. He's 3 months out from his fight, and he's already ready to go. I always said Tank is always in shape. He's very dedicated. Anywhere, anytime. The fight is March 1st in New York City. Last time he fought in New York, he broke the gate record. And it's going to be a sellout. Over 10,000 seats already sold in a very short time.
Check this out, guys. We are 4 months away from Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, March 1st, and already tickets are flying off the shelf. According to Ray Jackson on Twitter, already 10,000 seats have been sold. That's the seats that are left, and it would sell. Tank has 12 sellouts in a row, and every time he sells out, he breaks records. Him and Ryan Garcia, 5th biggest gate in Vegas history. Him and Rolly, biggest gate in Barclays history. When he fought Hector Garcia, I saw people complain about that fight. The record gate for the best gate in the history of Washington, D.C. So record after record, haters could keep hating and hating and hating, but Tank smashes records.
So many great fighters that you can take on next, including maybe Lomachenko. Interested in that fight? November,
For sure.
talked about?
Yeah, for sure. As long as we go back to the drawing board, and I'm willing to fight all of them.
Gervonta did his part in beating Frank Martin. Lomachenko did his part by beating Ken Bozos. The likelihood of this fight being made, the negotiations, is it legitimate? Is it going forward?
Well, we know that both fighters want to fight. So when that happens, then the suits sit down and try to work out the economic terms and put it together. And I'm optimistic that they'll do that and that the fight will happen. But until it's signed, you don't know.
You know, I know networks, you got ESPN obligations, Amazon. Is this one of those fights like Wilder Fury that have to be kind of co-promoted?
Don't worry, the networks are cooperative. You can't blame the networks if the fight isn't made. It's just people who are involved with the fighters who are not being realistic, but I don't think that's to be the case. I think that the negotiations will go very well between the sides.
When originally, back in the day, when Tank and Lomachenko was being talked about, Floyd went in and said that he wanted to make the fight back then. Do you feel like at this moment of time it's the best time? Because some fight fans are conflicted on, performances, age, things like that. Or do you feel like this is the highest market value for both?
Well, I don't know if it's highest or not, but this is the time that it can be made, and they're both coming off big victories, so it's all good. At a particular other time, would the fight have meant more? I don't know, maybe, but you can't look back at that. I mean, we're at this time now in the career of both guys, and it's a very interesting, intriguing fight.
Is it safe to maybe say that because Lomachenko and Tank is being talked about being made, that maybe Shakur maybe going somewhere else, or maybe entering the free agency, just because those are two fights he clearly wanted?
Well, Shakur is a tremendous fighter. He has a tough fight coming up July 6th, but certainly if the Tank Lomachenko fight is made, Shakur will take another fight at about that time and be available to fight the winner. Shakur is a tremendous talent, and whoever wins the Lomachenko-Tank fight, I'm sure would like to fight Shakur.
Here's the first look at pound-for-pound King Gervonta Davis, the best fighter in the world, at a photo shoot. He's 3 months out from his fight, and he's already ready to go. I always said Tank is always in shape. He's very dedicated, anywhere, anytime. The fight is March 1st in New York City. Last time he fought in New York, he broke the gate record, and it's going to be a sellout. Over 10,000 seats already sold in a very short time.
Can't get a deal done with Tank. I've heard the venue's a problem. I don't see how's the venue a problem all of a sudden. It's just very strange. I don't know.
I was going to ask you about that. Has there ever been a situation?
Right. This is my opinion, and this is what happens. Right. So, Gervonta Davis makes a lot of money. Right. He's been making a lot of money because he's been doing big fights and big pay-per-views. But probably what happens is he's on some kind of minimum, but on a lot of upside.